What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another review here on the channel. This time we got Outer Banks Season 3. We did react to every single episode this season. It will be down in the description if you haven't watched any of them yet. But if you did come, what's going on? Obviously from the reactions. I think, you know, we got some time to sit on it. I think it's been like, what, like 3-4 days? So
I would say, yeah. 3 days,
Yeah. And, you know, do you still feel the same about the season, though, in general? Like,
in general, I would say it was a great season. I don't know if I would say it's the best out of the 3, but it's. I feel like they're all, like, to me, they're pretty equal to each other.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, the finale was better than, like, probably all the other episodes of the show. Like, it was probably the best episode of the show. Like, for sure, that is for sure to me.
Yeah.
But, like, the season itself, I don't know if it's, like, top tier. Like.
Yeah, I feel that. I think, you know, I think there was, like, multiple layers to this. And it feels like, and actually, you know, it's actually funny that somebody commented down below. They were saying that the writers said that this was really the 3rd part of a trilogy. And it makes all sense. It was connected.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do in the future with Blackbeard, but I think obviously with that in talking about the story, I think the story was very interesting from start to finish. We pretty much recapped from like going to Pokelandia and then kind of going through to the Barbados and then OBX, all the issues there, trying to get the cross back. And then obviously end up going to El Dorado and stuff like that. It was nice. It was fluid. I think I liked the way they let it out. I'm not going to lie. Like it felt very separated, and maybe that was the intention. Like everybody seemed very like.
I feel like there was too much of a focus on Big John.
Yeah, there was a huge focus.
I feel like it was just too much.
Yeah.
But I know because he came back, like
it was a big deal, technically.
Yeah, I know it was a big deal, but I feel like I would have liked to see more of the Pogues, like more, like I'd rather them focus on the Pogues more than the Big John.
I mean, Pope realistically, like he was just like non-existent, like
right.
If you think about it, right, in comparison,
he barely had any screen time compared to anyone.
It was sad,
like,
honestly.
Big John probably had way more than him.
Yeah, it was like John B. Sarah had a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
And then it was Big John. That was pretty much it. It was them 3. Like it was. I think personally, I think Key was up there. Key had a lot as well. And stuff. But overall, like I think, it's 100%.
Probably fucking Key's parents have more screen time.
Yeah, Mike and Anna.
Fuck, they pissed me off this season. That's one thing I want to talk about. I fucking hated them this season.
Yeah, I know.
Worse than the other season.
Well, a lot of like people down in the comments were saying how like they were actually trying to connect with her this season. And I can see why they were. They actually were nicer most of the time.
Yeah,
like
they were being
season.
like, in the first few episodes.
But then after they just tossed her to Kitty Hawk after.
Oh my god, that pissed me off so much. Like, what is that gonna do? What did they think they were gonna accomplish? They just didn't want to deal with her anymore. They didn't want to send her off so she didn't have to hang out with her friends anymore. That was the main thing. They didn't care if it was gonna help her. They just wanted her to get away from the Pokes. What
bothers me the most about that whole situation and like the way it was handled this season too is just that like Mike was a Pogue too, which is funny. I mean, I don't know, maybe like, a Pogue, but like from the cut, right? So like he grew up poor and stuff, and I think, and I remember like that big like kind of TikTok thing was like, oh, you sleep with a Pogue, like you know, what I mean? But like it's stupid, and if you think about it, it's just like. And he's just like kind of almost like selling out. It almost feels like. And
the fact that they knew like that time when Sarah came to their doorstep, saying she has nowhere else to go.
That was messed up.
Like, are you joking? Like as much as like she might be a bad influence to her in their eyes. Yeah. Why would you let her? Why are you okay with her just like going to live on the streets? Imagine she did though. Yeah. But imagine Topper didn't take her in.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Oh, Topper took her in. Yeah.
Oh, so of course he did. Fucking psychopath.
No, he didn't just take her in. You know, if you know what I'm saying.
They never fucking talk about the fire.
Yeah, I know. They didn't talk about that at all.
That is fucking terrible. Why?
I honestly bet you they'll never find out, or unless maybe like next season, like it'll be like a side storyline and they'll like reveal it, and then like Topper like will just be pissed.
I hope so, because we need more like those. Obviously, there's a lot of things that happen in this season that we need a lot of context on.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think the big thing was El Dorado. I think like was it as satisfying as it was? I think like to get there and what it was at the end of the day, like definitely wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And considering it was a real life thing, like, I wanted it.
That was a great episode. This El Dorado, it was like that full episode, just amazing.
I'm not gonna lie though,
I really liked it.
Well, in the story, like the clues that they found on the way to El Dorado, I find like they didn't feel as impactful as the Cross and the Royal Merchant times. Like when they found clues to that, like I felt more exhilarated when I was watching that. With this, it didn't feel exactly the same. I'm not gonna lie,
because it was all like we didn't understand what was happening. We didn't understand it. Like they're saying all these things. We're like, what?
Yeah, no.
You know, and like no, this was all like it was all like gibberish to us. Like, what they were talking about.
Yeah.
And then like leading up to it, they are like we thought it was like almost like a city.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
And it was just like a cave.
Well, I thought it was like similar to Atlantis or something like that.
Yeah, that's that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, but it wasn't at all.
It was still great though. Like, but I wish like everybody else was more involved in it.
Yeah,
that was like one thing I wish. Like,
that's why I just felt disconnected even at the end.
Yeah.
Even at the end, it just felt weird. Like, I mean, it was nice they came in with the machetes and stuff and all that, but it was.
But it did. Yeah, it was disconnected.
I mean, like it was really just like it was like a side thing. Like Pope and Cleo, like their relationship, you could tell was moving on. You like there was JJ and Key, and it was just that. Like it was just that. Like that's all it was.
Sarah and John, like you can tell, like they have chemistry. Like you see the chemistry, but I didn't care about them annoying after.
Like I didn't have like the thing. It was more JJ and Key, I think.
Yeah, like,
and Cleo
that was the
Pope,
focus. Yeah. They're so underrated though. Like that was amazing.
Yeah. No, but I think also speaking of John B and Sarah, I think like Madeline Klein and Chase Stokes. I think like that it's like the professionalism is crazy. Like like they seem like nothing changed. Like I think it looked exactly the same. So they're really good actors. So I like 100%. And what I was gonna say as well is like, and over the course of what John B went through and his mood change, not mood change, but like his total like body language and attitude change when he obviously, it was a nice moment when he got Big John back, obviously, and it was nice. It felt years in the making, but then like it changed his whole like demeanor, and then obviously Sarah like betraying him, and then he kind of just like, that's okay. Like I mean, like come on,
I want to know why he just was just okay with it.
I hope it's something they tackle next season, and I think
I hope so.
There's still a lot of things. I think like in between the 18 months, people are upset like, oh, they waited this long for JJ and Key to get together and stuff, and they feel like, oh, they just lost all that time. I believe they're gonna show flashbacks.
I think they're gonna show flashbacks
like crazy. Yeah, oh for sure. Like I mean,
they have to.
No,
they don't let me upset.
It was just for the sake of the finale. You had the time jump, right? I think like that was the only way to make it work. I think in the most realistic way possible.
Though. I did not expect 18
well, because it's realistic, right? Like it's not gonna be like, oh yeah, like 5 days later they get home, ooh, and then this guy comes out with Blackbeard. Like no, it wouldn't have made any.
Yeah, 18 months makes sense.
It wouldn't have made any sense. So.
What a development.
But another part, obviously, I did enjoy was when they were even going for that heist, obviously with trying to get the cross. Like I liked how they still incorporated that in the story. Overall, I think like the whole like plot was very good. I liked it. I think I liked how they added in like guy like Singh, like just another third party.
I think Singh's character was really interesting.
It was cool. Like I mean, like it was a nice
storyline was great. For me, like I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel like the Big John and like John moments of just them two, they weren't like it wasn't exciting to me. Like it wasn't.
I'm not gonna lie.
I wasn't like that interested in those moments.
No, I wasn't.
Of them like them going on this like these adventures to find.
Dude,
I wasn't interested in that part.
I feel bad for Big John. I get a lot of hate, man. Like I was actually crazy. Like,
no, honestly, I'm not hating on his character. I just I don't know. I just didn't like. I wish it was like different.
So you're saying like when they embrace and they finally got each other, like it doesn't.
No, I love that,
right.
but I just didn't. I didn't love that storyline, like that part of it, because like I don't know, it just wasn't that intriguing.
Well, would you want to see Big John with them the entire time? Like
I don't know.
See, like what are you saying? That means you don't like his character. As you just say, you don't like his character. I don't know. Like,
I don't know. Honestly, I just have mixed feelings about it.
Anyway,
I did like his character. First, like I think he truly is a good father and all that.
Yeah.
He was a great father, but just like. Yeah, they're just parts that were pretty, like, that I wasn't interested in.
Yeah, and I think that, like, segues into kind of characters, I think, like, with Big John, I feel like we finally got him for real. And I think, what I thought, he's a flawed man. He's a flawed man, and, you know, and he recognizes those things, and I thought he was okay. Like I said, I like, the scenes I was in, I wasn't, like, super impressed, like you, but just, you know, I didn't think he was as bad as people said. I mean, like it was.
No,
fine.
I'm not hating on him. Like,
I mean, it's whatever.
I think he was a good character.
Yeah, but some people like skip their scenes completely. Like,
I know. I saw a comment.
That's kind of.
I skipped all the Big John scenes.
That's kind of absurd. That's I'm sorry. That's like ridiculous.
But he was not that. He wasn't a bad character though.
No, like, I could see why it could be a bit annoying, but
yeah,
it's obviously kind of jokes though. Like thinking about that is bringing it home. I'll be like those jokes really funny. I see some funny TikToks because of that. Those were good as well.
Yeah.
But I know we kind of touched a little bit on the characters as well, like John B. Like demeanor change. I had a weird type of thing with him, but I kind of liked it at the same time because it kind of like he kind of tackled his kind of like a teenager, naive. He's still naive and stuff to the fact.
And that's what we need to know, like right, like he's still a kid.
I like
that. His mood changes, like you know, things change.
And then somebody like Sarah, I still like Sarah as well. But that Topper thing, like really,
that threw me off. But her in the finale of how like she was so involved and she was figuring out everything, like that was great.
Yeah, and I think the rest of the Pogues, like I said, I think it was just nice. Like it was just more like couples thing. That's all it really was, which were nice.
Cleo and Pope, I was really like that was more of like a slow burn, which I liked. At the finale they kissed. Like that was I like when they do that.
Yeah.
And then Key and JJ. That was probably that was like one of my favorite scenes.
Well, because I just love the way like Rudy acted it out. Like I think like in that especially because he's such a I don't want to say JJ's broken, but like he's damaged goods, right? And I think. And
he has a lot of trauma,
but he's still a really good guy. Like, but just like it was just nice to see it because I think some people are like that, and I think like and you can see like how it was so hard, but he did come around and he was able to recognize it in his head, like and actually maybe I think he recognized his head the entire time, but he just had to say it out loud. I think, and that was important. I think especially with mental health issues and stuff. I think like
it's true.
Big time. That was actually kind of cool to see. And and I think one character I did want to mention, Ward. Obviously, I think the end of Ward Cameron.
Development, though.
Yeah, huge. I think like
I'm not gonna lie, he had great development.
Yeah, I think it was like a slippery slope. I think, but I think overall, I think he was on that side of good, and I think obviously he had that psychotic ending, and then kind of redeeming himself in the process. I think very sad and stuff, and
that was like.
And the same way Big John went out was sad as well.
Like I didn't even like Ward, but like that was a heartbreaking.
I know. I said it throughout
even though I didn't like him, whatever. But it was heartbreaking. That was a heartbreaking scene of his death, man.
Yeah.
And Big John, like that was heartbreaking.
Well, I said it throughout the reactions. Like I'm always skewed toward Ward because I love Charlie Epstein. And he's he's just hard to like not like when I see him. So but no, I think he did turn around for the good, mostly good. So. I think he did things for the right reasons. No. I think it'll be interesting to see how Rafe. I feel like Rafe could come around at one point to a point of where he's not necessarily like there's gonna be like you can't keep the same villains. There's got to be some other guys, probably different antagonists. Like so that's what I'm saying. I think Rafe could be at a point where he might like be at peace with his sister, especially with Ward gone. I don't think it might drive a wedge more. If anything, it'll either stay the same.
Was
or
he at that
bigger.
thing at the end of the movie? And at the end of the finale?
No, he wasn't.
Like you did not see him anywhere.
I seen Topper. I seen Topper.
We saw Topper. No.
None of him.
Yeah.
And Topper, what do you think about that? I was clamoring for Topper for episodes. I was like, Topper, where are you, man?
Yeah, and then fucking we hate his guts.
Yeah, I know. He's played so well, though. He's got that. You want to punch that guy in the face so bad.
Such a punchable face, bro.
I actually feel bad though. Like he's got that face, like you can't you can't fix your face.
Guy in person, like he's a really nice guy.
He's a super guy.
Super nice guy. Like
Austin North, right? So yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's still a nice guy.
Yeah, and I did want to mention before we wrap up with the characters. I wanted to give an honorable mention because she got totally violated, Wheezy, big time. Like actually, like disgusting.
Like I know.
Actually disgusting. Like
fucking.
Like that's crazy. She got a couple lines. One episode. Like imagine getting the script, receiving it.
But she wanted to be like a part of the show more, right? Like,
I mean, I'd want to say. Well, because I remember I said during one of the reactions, I was saying like I just seen her Instagram, I seen a post of the OBX, and then like people were like, "Yo, you didn't deserve that, Wheezy." Like with that, so I was like, "Oh, it actually was true." So I was crazy.
I want to know like if this was like her, like she just wanted to be like a super like minor character, like if it was her choice. Or was it they just didn't give a shit about her and they just didn't add her to the story?
I'm not gonna lie, she would not have helped the story at all, in a way, if you think about it. But I think her place in this story could be down the line if she grows older and they and they kind of like come up with that and say this series goes longer than we think it's going to go. So I think yeah, that would be the thing. But before we ramble on too long though, do want to talk about our favorite parts, obviously, of the series. In terms of best moment, what do you want to give it?
Okay, one of my favorites that's on my mind right now is Key and JJ's like that whole like.
Hey, Kitty Hawk, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I really like that. Like JJ was like, he's so nice. Oh, I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
That was one of my favorite moments.
I gotta say, my favorite moment. I'm a sucker for sucker punches and fights. So I think it's definitely at Mike and Anna. Congratulations, their anniversary. I think just like John B just socking Topper, like he didn't expect it. Topper's like laid out, and Topper said, "I wouldn't have." Bro, he was out cold. Like he was out cold. I don't even want to say anything. Like
I know,
bro. Like what a bullshitter. He was literally like, you could see he couldn't get up. Like he was saying bullshit, and like he was out like night, like you know what I mean.
Bye.
So, but that was great, and I loved when like bringing up the drama when Sarah's like, for once in your life, walk away. And I was like, bro, what the hell is that? Like, what's that supposed to mean? Right? So I think
nuts.
That was crazy though. What's your favorite episode then? Like
obviously it's the finale. We just
really? Yeah. The
finale.
Out of everything? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What about you?
I thought I was gonna think about that one a little bit, but I think honestly, like there was a lot of shit that happened, but I think it'd probably have to be the finale.
Right.
But low key, episode 5 was pretty crazy with the heist.
Yeah,
not gonna lie, honorable mention for me, I think. Yeah,
an honorable mention.
Yeah, I think so. But I think I would probably have to say the finale just because I just loved how it came out. And I loved Ward's death. I think it actually not like that it happened. Not that it happened. It just felt so impactful for the story, and I think killing off Big John and Ward, I think, is a step in the right direction almost because it kind of sets that chapter to the side.
Yeah,
and I
even
think,
El Dorado was crazy, and then like Sing like going fucking nuts.
Like,
and then like the dynamite.
Dude,
that was nuts.
Low-key, I'm gonna miss Sing's accent. El Dorado.
I know, it was so good.
I'm really gonna miss that as well.
I know.
But in terms of a final season rating for season 3, what are you saying?
Not ready yet.
You're not ready? Okay. So I'm gonna give it like based on I think averaging up everything that I had said. I think I'm gonna give it an 8.8 out of 10 the entire season.
Okay.
So, yeah. I think so. I think it was the season. Was it what I thought it was going to be? No. Did it exceed expectations? A little bit, I think. But I think it was great. I mean, like, not going to lie. When people do say it feels repetitive, it does. But I love the vibe of the show and everything. And I think it's not meant to dissect it. Like, I don't think it's looking to win awards or anything. But I think it's just a really fun show. And I think, and yeah, sure, that template is there. But there's a lot of different things that happen. So, yeah. But ahead of season 4, I expect big changes though. So
me too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like in between like an 8.5 and a 9, like somewhere between there. I was gonna like in the middle of 8.5 and 9.
So 8.7.
Yeah, around there. Yeah,
okay.
I think it was a great season, but like I mean, obviously it gets repetitive some things, but like they're all great in their own ways. I'm not gonna say it was like my favorite because I can't choose which one was my favorite.
Well, I'm gonna ask you, what's your rankings? What's your season rankings then?
Okay, I'm gonna go season 2, season 3, season 1.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So you're pretty much ranking Cross, El Dorado, and then the
basically.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I'm actually similar to you. I'm actually surprised you were gonna say that. I'm gonna say season 2. Season 1, season 3. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Dude, like, I don't want to say that season 3 was the worst, but I do think it was the worst, 100%. Out of all 3, the feeling the first one gave me, the second one, just the fucking adrenaline rush it gave me even more, like, was crazy. This didn't make my heart race like that at the same time. Maybe it's because we were doing it on camera this time. I'm not really sure. We didn't do the first 2 seasons. Definitely, like I said, the Big John and the John B scenes, I feel like really dampened it, I think, in a way. Like, it kind of brought it down a little bit.
I think the storyline could have been better in that aspect, like the Big John aspect. Yeah,
I'm not going to lie, it definitely limited the season. But then again, I gave it an 8.8, so I still very much enjoyed it.
Still amazing.
I think last off, just to speak about briefly, the future of Outer Banks, and I think it's interesting. I mean, going into 4, obviously, we're assuming it's about Blackbeard, because it has to be. But I think... I've heard, like, do they do a trilogy with this? Because I feel like it's a disrespect to Blackbeard if they just, like, one season. Like, I think that's kind of stupid as hell. Because it's like, Blackbeard is, like, ridiculous. I mean, I guess they're looking for his loot. I'm guessing, or his ship or something. I'm guessing that's what it is.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Obviously, we know it's gonna be about Blackbeard, but like you said, like, is it gonna continue on like for seasons, or is it gonna be like one season? Yeah, like
where's OBX headed? I don't know. I think it's a season by season kind of thing at this point. It's actually one of my favorite shows. I really like it.
Yeah, for sure.
I really like it. It's definitely the acting is great. The cast has insane chemistry and stuff, and they showcase it in this season as well. So. Yeah, but that pretty much wraps up for our review, guys. Before this goes way too long. Season 3 was fantastic. It was very good, obviously. I think lived up to the hype in certain senses, but definitely some ways it kind of that brings it below the other two. But I think it's definitely up for a debate. I will definitely put a poll down in the YouTube community tab. So if you guys want to sound off, pick what your favorite season of Outer Banks was. Definitely go ahead and do so. Yeah. Anyways, guys. Yeah, just give us your season rating down below. Your rankings and stuff, and don't forget, if you did enjoy this reaction, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell down below as well. Be notified for any other future series. Definitely gonna work on it. Kind of a dead time right now, other than like a couple shows that I'm personally doing. But yeah, definitely looking for more things. You guys have any of them down below? Let me know. And thank you guys who have watched the series all through 1 through 10 with us, and I appreciate you. Any final words, obviously, on the season 3 of Outer Banks?
Yeah. I'm sad it's come to an end.
It's sad it's come to an end. And it was nice. It's nice. Like I said, I'm not judging you guys for binging it, and I obviously would if I wasn't here. I think it's nice to be able to watch it staggeredly and kind of just watch it kind of like develop.
Like taking my time a little bit.
No, it does. It's honestly better. I think it's like the forbidden fruit is the binge.
Yeah.
And I think, but being able to watch it like, as we could, I think it was really nice and actually has me remembering more about the series.
Exactly, yeah. We like pay attention more, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps up for our review. Thank you guys for watching once again, all of our Outer Banks content. Thank you so much. And yeah, hopefully you watch something else from us because OBX4 is going to be a long time away.
2024, 2025.
100%. But until then, guys, thank you all for watching. We'll catch you next time. Peace.